Hello, Internet fans, and welcome to another episode of the Buddies Forever VCast with your hosts, Rotten Roger DeMarco and
Evil Dead Inks.
All right, we are back. Another split screen episode for you.
As the majority will be until one of us gets tired and fed up and moves.
Yeah, it'll happen sooner than later, I would assume.
Absolute latest, it'll be a retirement thing.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
and retirement.
You guys going into
soon.
home? No, we're going to just move in together.
We're just going to move in together and talk about movies and shit. One of the things that we talked about talking about will be in direct response to Slash and Cast, who is another channel that we follow. We started following because of the Friday the 13th game.
Yeah.
They posted a video very recently talking about if an Elm Street game was possible, which got you and I theorizing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought maybe we could just kind of spitball some of the stuff that we had talked about. And then I have some movie shit, as always. But as always, we got some movies to talk about. But
yeah, that's what I was hoping, because I remember back when the Friday the 13th game was coming out, when it was summer camp, that was very much talked about. Like, it was a chapter 1 thing. So I was like, okay, so what chapter 2 will be? Is it still gonna that kind of thing? But I'm like, it's got to be Elm Street. For the love of God, I want an Elm Street game. That's my franchise. I want to be in Springwood.
Yeah, and it's not that far out of the realm of possibility. Some of the stuff that Slash and Cast was saying is that a game in the vein of the Friday the 13th game could not work. And I'm not a gamer, and I'm not a game developer or designer by any means, but we were talking, and it seems like it could be that could not be too far of a stretch.
No, I would easily take the Friday the 13th the game formula and just tweak it to fit an Elm Street motif. Very easy.
And one of the things we were talking about that we had actually kind of went in a great detail about was, I remember Nick and Riley were both discussing how would you dispatch Freddy, and how would you make it a difficult task. And you and I, who obviously we're big Elm Street fans, but we're big nerds who know weird things about the franchise. It seems only logical that the route that the game would take to create some form of balance would be a Dream Warriors-esque.
Yeah, that's the easy template.
Right. So, not even talking...
You could go with maps, but definitely, take that as, your jumping off point would be, the map would be Weston Hills Hospital.
Right.
Starting there. And everything you do, take it from the NES game, everything you do works on a sleep timer. So the more active you are, the faster you go to fall asleep.
Right. And when simultaneously, while that's happening, Freddy is doing his things, setting his plan into motion until all of his abilities become full up. So it's sort of like a meet in the middle type of deal. But straying away from that format, where we were talking about the end all be all, which is how do you make it possible to kill Freddy. And we talked about, because they do with Jason, they could have went any route, and they could have done different kills for each Jason based on how he was dispatched in the movie. But they went with essentially the fan favorite. They went with the part 4 ending.
Yeah. A part 4 ending with a part 2, you know.
Twist, yes.
Yeah. So it's kind of marrying some of the things together. So, I mean, I
Right.
feel it should, again, pull from Dream Warriors, where we were talking now about, and you still, from that first NES game, you fucking got to collect the fucking bones.
Mm-hmm.
Gather the bones, get them to a specific location.
Big junkyard.
Yeah.
No brainer.
You got to have, yeah, you got to find and you have to find the red Cadillac.
Yeah. Which spawns randomly, just like Jason's shack or whatever. So you find the red Cadillac. Also, much like getting the sweater or having a sharp weapon to deal the blow, you're going to need to find holy water. So you find the holy water. You find the cross. You ashes to ashes.
You got to give up Craig Watson's photo ID to get the holy water.
Yeah. So you know you get the cross, you get the holy water, which I mean you could just have them both at a centralized location, or you could have them strewn about, which you know.
I think the third key element there would be good is you have to dig the hole. So you have to, just like you repair a car battery, you got to hit skill checks for like a certain amount of time to dig a deep enough hole to put the bones in.
Yep. So you put them in. So it's not enough that you find everything. It's not enough that you dig the hole. You have to find everything, dig the hole, place the bones in the hole, put the cross on, put the holy water on, you know, and much like pushing the button to say the thing when you're wearing the sweater, you gotta say, you gotta, you know, get your voice prompt. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Dust.
Fucking spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch, you know.
For the children, for Nancy.
Yeah, for Nancy.
No, we can't go that route. We can't put Arnold in this game as much as I would want, because it'd be an unfair fight.
50% commando, 50% ninja, 100% American.
Take that, motherfucker!
Oh, shit. That's what we need to do. We just need to take clips from Elm Street movies or any horror movie and just do the same line. We voice over the lines as Schwarzenegger. There's the YouTube channel right there. That's all we need to do forever. Famous. Yeah. Absolute internet famous. Nobody steal our shit.
Copyright that. Put a little bit of thing in that.
Yeah.
So we start with on that.
So let us know in the comments if you think that that's a good idea. I know a lot of people are mad at IllFonic or Gun Media. Gun Media, you know, because IllFonic's out of the picture, correct? That they left.
Yeah, I believe so.
So, but you can't be mad at those guys. They had nothing to do with the lawsuit, and the game. The actual end product is a great game. So much so that if, you know, I mean, people are saying it's dead, but we still play it.
Yeah, I will forever always play it. And again, anyone that wants to cut down on the gameplay stuff, be like, okay, the gameplay stuff, yeah, sometimes has glitches, sometimes has bugs, sometimes has shit you got to fix. But if you put it on a balance of, all right, would you rather have some bugs here and there kind of thing? Or would you rather have some real faithful fucking content to the franchise?
Yeah, no doubt.
Every time.
Yep.
Give me bugs all damn day. I'll take it in place of creative like juices they got going as far as dedication to the product.
Right. That's one thing. I mean, you know, we were backers way, way, way back. You know, and so we were ready. We went along for the ride. We took days off work for launch day. And then, you know, even though it was botched, we slept in shifts and we woke up. I woke up at like 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, yo, it's working now. Let's go. Like,
yeah. And I got that message like an hour and a half later. Cause I wasn't like, we stayed up till probably, it's supposed to like midnight we'll hit it. And then midnight came when like we tried, I think like hour and a half. And they're like, okay, I guess we'll try to sleep. And I was like half sleeping, like half like dreaming I was playing the game or waking up to play the game. And then, yeah, I woke up at 5:30. I was like, you're like, it's live. Let's go. I'm like, bye.
Yep. And I guarantee, I know we took pictures of our gamer score and stuff. that within that first week we put in over 100 hours in that first week. I mean, we were like fucking faithful to that game. Okay, I don't want to get like too personal in my real life, but we had a rough go the week, the like launch day. I had like a family emergency, and somehow or another I still worked my way around family emergencies, taking care of things that needed to be taken care of, and still putting in the gameplay. Like, that sounds very like I don't know, childish, but like I did my grown up shit.
Yeah,
but I've been waiting.
You took care of responsibilities. All responsibilities were taken care of, and I was like, okay, time to reboot. And
yeah,
how we reboot is like we don't drink, we don't really, go out and do stuff. We're like, all right, we're gonna just decompress, watch these movies, hang out, bullshit, and now play this game.
Yes, and that's exactly what we did, and it's therapy for us, just like Buddies Forever is sort of a therapy. Anytime we get to theorize about horror, or I mean, just in life in general, which most of it, everything that we gravitate towards is horror related, but or 80s action or certain comedies, but it's mainly horror, and that's one thing that we have ridiculously in common, and kind of pride ourselves on our knowledge.
Yeah, because the rest of the 5 days during a work week, we're essentially also doing the same thing. We're not really working with anybody that has the lines from any movie on standby for any kind of situation you happen to fall into, but we'll still say them and think, well, somewhere in Iowa right now, Roger's doing the exact same thing I'm doing. Straight
up, dude. So, back to the Elm Street format. So obviously we could do a multiple map thing, which the Friday the 13th game was doing a very good job of having a minimal amount of maps.
Okay, but let's say they started with 3, so let's say 3. So we got Weston Hills easily is one. What would you pick for the other 2?
I think that you need well, obviously the house is very important. So you have the house, but you also have the house that is the Nancy's house version, and then you have like the 3-4 version. So you have the nightmare version of the
livable house and the condemnable house.
Yeah. And the thing about that could work is
what if you could just transfer that during, like, if you're awake, you're in the your regular house, but once you fall asleep, it turns into the dream sequence house.
Exactly. That's exactly what was in my brain there. So I don't like the remake at all, which you and I disagree on certain aspects. But one thing that the remake nailed for me was the scene in the drugstore.
Yes,
having micro naps.
Awesome.
Right? So imagine it's the same situation while, playing on a next generation console. We're playing now.
Because we talked about that as one of Freddy's powers is, besides, you starting to fall asleep, is his abilities to instill fear.
Right.
The greater fear you have, the more vulnerable you are.
Right. And I think that could work very well for something like you're increasing each character's fear, you're causing hallucinations, you're doing weird things, you're not in, you have like your skill tree in the corner, you're unlocking things, and you could do like certain things, whether it's like a visual cue or like an audio cue, things that really mess with the player, and it's different for everybody.
And like the environmental kills in Friday the 13th, depending on how high their fear is and the power you have against them, like if you have someone that's a real chicken shit, like a Chad, and you get his shit really high, if you're in a certain place, like you're near a television set, boom, you can pop out that television set.
Yeah.
Hit like a key key spots from the movie as different things you can morph into to take swipes at them and shit.
Right. And like, I think that Freddy should be able to. One of his abilities could be like the staircase thing or the hallway thing from part 3. You know, you're running from him and then whoa, you're running slow. Not necessarily. It doesn't have to be a graphic where the floor becomes muddy or something, but like, you know, like when you dream and you dream you're running, most of the time you run slow motion type of deal.
Add weight to the controls, like if you, like in the Friday game, you hit the swing, you can swing fairly quickly. Add that to where you press it, it just feels like you get a little bit more weight behind it. Like, oh, you're swinging it a little bit more sluggishly. Mm-hmm. That kind of thing. Or I just had some and it just lost when I went into that.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, now I remember what it was. Once he kills somebody, he can shapeshift into that person's corpse to haunt other players. Nice. In a box bag or some shit. That would be cool too.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. But the point is that it's not that far from being completely tangible. They could totally do it.
They just need to hire us as brainstormers, and then they put shit into, like, one of them is hopefully like this on the couch going through YouTube, and they happen to come across Slash and Cast, and then they're like, they see this video tied to that because we're talking about that game idea as well. And they're like, wow, these guys seem to know some interesting things and have some ideas.
I would love to do like a 4-way conversation with Slash and Cast and just see. I mean, because I can remember specific like things from their video, but I can't remember all of it as a whole because we were watching it and we were talking about it as well. And I think,
and then we would stop and like conversate about what we would go with on this kind of thing, and then we go back to here. Well, all right, what are they saying now?
Right, because the one thing they were talking about was maybe being able to use the Hypnosil somehow or another, being able to find the Hypnosil to you wouldn't be able to stop having dreams, but you could slow it down some way.
I wouldn't go with Hypnosil. I don't know how it would work.
Hypnosil. Sleeping aid?
Yeah, but I would work with, I would do
Stay Awake.
Yeah, I would go with Stay Awakes. I would go with the stereos. I would go with adrenaline shots. I would go with stuff that would keep you awake longer, or do it in short bursts, like a radio or something will keep you awake for, if you're in the proximity of it, for like 5 minutes. But the further you get away from it, you don't hear anybody. You don't hear it, you start getting drowsy again.
Yeah, what if it wasn't like a timer? What if, like, let's say, your meter is getting low. I can't do it. Your meter's getting low.
Right here.
Yeah, your meter is getting low. And so you're running around, which is making you more tired because you're trying to find something to wake you up, and you find that radio and you turn that radio on, and it just bumps it up to like halfway or something. Like no matter how low, it gives like a specific amount, and then you could get perks.
You hit that radio, goes woo.
Yeah, and so you get perks when you're rolling for perks. I'm going back to Friday the 13th, but so you roll for perks.
It's your base for jumping off everything.
And then so you could get a perk that would be like, this lasts 10% longer. This lasts 15% longer. Whatever, I mean, the base is there.
Yeah.
The radio keeps you awake. A fucking cup of coffee does the same thing. There's little things throughout the map that boost your awakeness. Boost your and then
boost your alert awakeness.
And and then
that's what gives Freddy the advantage in that aspect, is you can run to get objectives done, but you're going to be blowing through energy way faster. So the slower you go, you won't be as detectable, and you'll be alive longer, but you're not going to get shit done either.
Right. And let's say each round is, what were they on Friday the 13th? They're 20 minutes? Each round is 20 minutes?
I would bump it to 30.
Okay, so let's say it's a 30-minute time frame. Okay. And no matter what you do, like once you hit the, let's say, midpoint or even 10 minutes into the match, if you have not found the bones, done the objective, because you got to move to get this done. If you get to that halfway point, you're going to get tired faster, no matter what, because at some point the deck has to be stacked against the players. You have to make Freddy OP just like you made Jason OP. So at some point, there's a tipping point where no matter what you do, you're like, fuck, I'm going to fall asleep. I'm going to fall asleep first. Fucking, I'm going to fall asleep. So there's a sense of urgency. Mm-hmm. And then so because the point is to defeat Freddy.
I would say the last 2 minutes or so, it's impossible. Like if you're not like downing the coffee or standing right by the radio, you are out.
Yeah. And so there's this. So if you are not. Because what I was trying to say was, I got a beard hair in my nose, but beard hair. The way to defeat Freddy in Dream Warriors is it's a team aspect. You cannot defeat him by yourself, right? Which works perfect for online gameplay, because if you don't get all the objectives done before the timeline runs out, one person will fall asleep before the other ones. And once that happens, let's say, it's 4 people. Were we talking 4, maybe 5 in a lobby?
Yeah, they were saying 5. I would say, 5 or 6.
Okay, so let's just say 5. Mm-hmm. And then it's you and me, and we are booking, and we're trying to get shit done. And we got a bunch of lollygaggers on the team who aren't doing shit. And you and I are scrambling to get things done. I run my meter out faster. I fall asleep. I have some sort of dream power that is unlocked, but Freddy is going to kill me. Like you can fight him and try to stay awake, or someone can wake you up, like we were discussing. Someone could give you a shot of adrenaline. So if you're not,
I think if you idle for more than 5 minutes, you should be out instantly.
Yeah, but so if someone's not with you to look after you and keep you awake, you should always have something. Like a shot of adrenaline or a cup of coffee or whatever it is, energy bar, something video gamey that ties into the franchise.
Your energy drink.
Yeah, an energy drink. So I fall asleep.
No, boom. You find a lighter or a fucking the cigarette burn.
Yep. Nice.
You find an ashtray. Boom, burn yourself.
Yep.
Keeping it cannon. Bam.
So I fall asleep. Freddy has the power. Freddy kills me. Now you're down to 4 people, and everyone's, slowly falling asleep. So, unless you complete the objective and bury the bones and do the thing, you kill him. Or if you all fall asleep around the same time, you could take it to him, but you can't kill him in the dream world. But let's say it wouldn't count necessarily as a kill, would you think?
I would make it so you can kill him in the dream world if there's enough of you, but it's going to be harder than anything else to do.
Right. So we would have to come up with some sort of method. So there's a way to kill him in the real world. There's a way to kill him in the game. That's a pretty interesting. That gives you 2 methods. Mm-hmm. So if anyone has watched it this far, I would like to hear in the comments what you think would be a way to kill him in the dream world. Because it can't be simple. It can't be show him his reflection. It can't be part 4.
I mean,
because that's not a team. That's not a team effort. There has to be a. And see, Freddy's dead. They kill him in the real world.
Someone's got to knock his glove off.
Yeah.
What about that? Only certain people can knock the glove off, and then like a female has to grab the shard of glass.
Okay. Okay, and
you have to do it in a certain location, maybe, or no, not a certain location, because then he would just not ever go there.
Right.
Damn. But there's the idea of start of something there.
Yeah, it's there. We're doing most of the work for you. You just got to do. Yeah. You just got to hire Robert Englund to do the mocap.
Hmm.
Please.
Who do you want?
Um,
Who do you want the people to be in it though? Let's
well,
say,
you go with
let's pick 8 guys. You can put 5 in a match. So let's say 8, and they're all from the movies. Nancy's the one you
well,
win somehow, like Tommy Jarvis. We decided that.
yeah, we did decide that.
We can play as her, but she's not one of the pickables. So,
Well, Kincaid.
mhm.
I have to go with all my tough people. Kincaid and Rick.
Rick, I want Mark and Grady.
Yeah. Uh, Dan, because he was in 2 of them.
Yeah,
If I had, I'd say Spencer if I had to. But I mean, you're not.
Alice
How? Oh, of course.
and Sheila.
Sheila. Yeah.
Sheila
Uh,
for tech stuff.
um.
What if you put Nancy as a regular character and we could call in John Saxon?
He's all drunk and shit.
His security guard jacket.
Did I say? Mark.
Mark. You
Mark
said
and Rick. I said Rick.
Yeah, Rick, Dan.
What is
Mark.
the shit that you put in your hair?
LA,
See, I
LA Gear. That's what he puts.
I identify with all the guy characters. You know, I mean, when I was a kid, every horror movie that I watched, I would always pick like one character from the movie and be like, that would be me if I was, you know. So it's hard for me to identify with the girls, but obviously, there's so many iconic characters, and you could just take the entire cast of
I would take
fucking
Alice.
Dream Warriors.
I can identify with Alice.
Yeah,
Red,
yeah.
fucking reddish hair, the shy, standalone-ish type.
I
Yeah,
got another reason I identify with her, but we don't have to go into that.
I did.
But
That movie did make me think that every shy girl has a fucking dresser drawer with a spiked, like bracelet in it. Though I swear, I was like, every girl I thought had that. That was a super shy girl. I was like, she's got a fucking Lisa Wilcox drawer in her house.
and a gray wig for the stunt person.
Torn up jeans
fucking
and
A.
spiked a wristband.
Super hot, dude. Not gonna lie. That's the look, you know.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. Sigh.
Oh gosh. Surprised we didn't say Patricia Arquette's character being able to just fucking do parkour and shit off everything to avoid getting hit.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing too. Let's say you don't get any character from the movie. Let's say that for whatever reason you can't get the licensing, but you can get Freddy, but you can't get because you're not Breckenmeyer's not gonna let you do a fucking mocap of his face or whatever. But okay, so then you get like a quintessential. You get like the run of the mill guys, like we got with Friday the 13th. But what I think that
$1,000 backers.
yeah, but what I think that Friday the 13th missed out on was just taking those. How many counselors did it start with? 8 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Kenny LaChapa, Chad,
Palomino,
Bugsy, AJ, Tiffany, Deborah Kim, and Jenny.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. So 9.
Damn.
So let's say Nightmare on Elm Street has 9
options.
You know, just options. What Friday the 13th missed out on, in my opinion, was like a very simple, not necessarily like a create a counselor, but let's just say alternating, you know, just alternating the look of said counselor. So say you had Palomino, but you wanted him, you know, you could have like 4 or 5 different hair choices, 4 or 5 different facial hair choices. So let's say you always play as Palomino, you like his stats, which is me, that's what I do. But you want him to look more like you, so you give him a bald head and you give him a beard. You know, just those very small.
Put a handlebar mustache on LaChapa.
Yeah, you know, just very small it just gives the player a little bit more control of feeling like this is their character. Especially, the level cap was 101.
Yeah.
They bumped it to 150. People who were with the game from launch who hit 101 in like 2 months. Really, really after it. It would have been nice to have been able to have been like, this is my character. I have busted ass. I have unlocked these things. So now I want my Lechapa to have a red beard, or I want my, you know what I mean? Like, just enough. So I think that the Elm Street game could benefit from that, just that small amount of customization.
Yeah, and maybe again, like a tweak once you go into a dream state.
Yeah, for sure. Like you,
change appearance once you go.
Yeah, and skills. Like the more XP you earn, it's sort of the same thing. You're rolling for perks type of deal, and then you have when you're customizing your character, editing your character, you have awake skills, like one tree for awake skills, and then one tree for dream skills. So It gives it that much more to branch out. So like when you're asleep, you're wicked strong. You unlock a strong thing. So, yeah, or when you sleep, you can throw a fireball or what the fuck ever, these weird, but don't give it like carte blanche. Don't let it be like, because when people wanted Tina to be in the Friday the 13th game and they're like, we can't, she'd be too strong. It would throw the balance off.
Yeah, you get up one power.
Yeah, so and it's minuscule at best. Like, I'm not saying the NES game was great by any means, but like when you fell asleep, you got like skill.
Yeah, you get the barrel rolls and throw a javelin.
Yeah, right. So take that and give that to the 2018, 2019, by the time this drops, audience. So whatever it might be, you all of a sudden have karate, whatever. So you're throwing sweet head kicks or something. But you still don't want to go toe-to-toe with Freddy, one-on-one. Dream or no dream.
Sayonara, Rick's son.
Yeah, straight up. So, and that's how you keep him intimidating, and you shy away from people playing like they play Friday the 13th and like goading Jason to come through a door and smacking the piss out of him, Do
you have the different versions of Freddy in there as options, like in the Getting Friday?
Of course, because there has to be incentive to want to play as Krueger. So you need as many different films, Krugers, as you can get licensing for, which should be all of them. They're all new line.
The Platinum Dunes one, maybe, would be the
Who cares? We get him on Mortal Kombat and we get him in Dead by Daylight. No one likes him. Get him out of here.
Okay, so what kill would you all want to see for Freddy to be able to do from the movies? Because they got to have the movie kill in there as novelties, as opposed to some creative new ones. What ones would you want to see from the cinemas put into the game?
Well, dragging up the wall, killing him on the ceiling, obviously.
Damn. Yeah.
That's because you want. I mean, everybody knows who Freddy is. Everybody knows who Jason is. So it's hard work to make someone to make now audiences afraid of him, or Jason or Chucky or whoever. It's very tough. It's a tough sell to make them scary again. But you take these kills and you make them like super cinematic and gnarly. So you're like, whoa. When you're killing people in the Friday the 13th game, they're fucking rad. But it's very much like 80s metal. You're like, fucking, I punted his fucking head, dude. But you want Freddy to be worse. So a lot of those kills have to be like the blood from the bed, dragging up the wall, shit, the fucking puppet marionette from 3, and make them.
You wouldn't want to see the bus from Freddy's Dead plow someone down in the streets of Springwood.
I see. You see.
I know you would.
I do. But you see, that's where we switch into cartoon, which is fine because there need to be some really over the top kills, and those come down the road. Those could be kill packs, or whatever that you can buy, like really weird, fun kills. So it's up to your discretion how you play as Krueger. You could play as Krueger and be terrifying, or you could be campy. I mean, that's completely up to the player. It'd be like a strategy. Well, not necessarily a strategy, but just like what type of cutscenes do you want to see? That's up to you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a lot of. I like all that stuff. Damn, I want to play this game already. I wish this was real.
You're wearing the perfect hat. You're talking about you're a Freddy guy and I'm a Jason guy.
Yeah, we are. I swear, and Slash and Cast guys wear the same fucking hats. Well, Riley wears these 2 hats. I've noticed.
I know. Nick never wears a hat. I never see Nick wear a hat. But I hate to be like I did this first, but my channel's been around for 3 motherfucking years, dog. I was
wearing
sensitive man. I was a sensitive man long before Alan Alda.
Yeah. Beanies around the clock, year round, since 2011 for this guy.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever taken it off. I think my hair just grows through it. I just shave it out here.
No.
I don't take mine off.
I can't take mine off.
But
I don't normally, but I will.
But I am thoroughly enjoying this this Elm Street talk. I know that there's a new Chucky game that was in development, and they do they call it Charles? It's called Charles. If you want to look into that, and it's in development, and I don't know if it's a PC game only or what. And there's some leaked footage of like the beta test where you are walking around in an apartment as Chucky. It looks okay. Yeah, it looks okay. But that's another one of those things where it's like it's very hard to make that scary. And Freddy is the same way, and Jason is the same way. But I think the Friday the 13th game did give us the foundation, and
yep,
it's executed very well. It's a very like metal. Yeah, it's very metal and fun, and it still can be scary. It can scare the shit out of you. Like when we would turn the music completely off.
Yeah, so you know where he is.
They missed out on that completely. If they were still doing updates where they could have done a mode, like a hardcore mode where there is no music, there. But you can do the same thing. You go to your options and turn it down. But
yeah. You want to make it freakier and more difficult? Never know where that motherfucker is hiding at.
Yep, until your character goes, and then you're like, oh, okay, he's outside. But even then, like
we still got to record those noise, put those into movie scenes. Oh my god! Is that a body?
So yeah, the Krueger game, man, I'm really curious to see what other people think, and I would love to see what like Wes Keltner would think of something like this. He helped helm the Friday the 13th game. All these game developers that worked on the Friday the 13th game, and the Unreal Engine is sufficient for the job.
Have you heard anything from any of them on anything since the lawsuit and stuff broke out? They said, I know anything else with the game, at least not for a good long while, but they talked about doing anything?
I haven't heard anything. I did see that it's double XP or something this weekend for Christmas or whatever, but
2 weeks, 2 weeks straight, yeah. Double XP tapes, yeah.
Yeah, I just
Grind away if you don't have that 150 mark yet.
right. I would love to hear what those guys would have to say about if they could somehow secure the rights, because they had to have gotten the rights from New Line, right? To do
Yeah, they had to be in some communication with them
so.
because you couldn't get that Jason Goes to Hell skin without hitting up New Line Cinema.
That's true. So, yeah, they have to have contact information and
Shit, they would be working on this. They just ain't said nothing to us yet. Who knows?
yeah, that's true. But
They
I
like
mean,
they like sneaky suckers and hitting shit with us that are it's out of nowhere, like that fucking release date.
yeah, them motherfuckers. That was still a fucking sweet drop on that trailer, and it was like
Those fuckers, yes.
coming
soon.
fuck you. Here's the release date, and collectively, I could hear you scream all the way from Kansas City. We were all like, ah!
Yeah, because like coming soon, I'm like, God damn it! And they're like, where? Whoa!
Yeah, we're just texting each other back and forth. Dude, did you see? Yeah, I saw. Holy fuck!
Like, you taking that day off work? Like, shit, I'm taking the fucking week off work. I'm putting it in tomorrow. Yeah, me too.
Man, and I would be that excited for an Elm Street game.
For an Elm Street, I'm taking 2 fucking weeks off work.
Yep, and but I don't know because does Dead by Daylight only owns the Platinum Dunes?
It's a mixture kind of thing with him.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's weird.
He has kind of a look that's all his own, but they're not really good at details in that game as far as likenesses and stuff. They kind of ballpark it. Leatherface looks really good.
Yeah, that Michael is pretty basic.
Yeah, but
Laurie Strode. Don't get me started on Laurie Strode. Fucking.
We didn't start playing that game. We get remix on this. We can make almost an entire team.
Mm-hmm. I just can't get into Dead by Daylight, and I know there's a lot of people out there, and I'm trying this last year thing, but like I said, I'm not a gamer, so I have a hard time playing a game that it just feels like a game. Like it doesn't feel. Like the Friday the 13th game is very faithful to a franchise. So everything feels familiar. Everything feels like a film. Everything
you feel feels, like you're a gamer even though you're not in that environment, even on day one.
And then when I played last year, which I'm going to try to do a little more often to try and get the hang of it, but it's very much like a game. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the feeling is like I don't feel scared. I don't feel intimidated. I just feel like I'm dicking off, like I'm playing a game. And so far from what I've seen, you don't level up, you don't unlock things, there's no skill tree. You just are in these death matches. You try to escape. You do or you don't. Like, and when you die, you go in. I don't know if you watched the gameplay footage, but when you die, you go into like a closet, and someone can save you, and then you get another shot at it, like in the same game. And I'm like, no, when you're dead, you're fucking dead. Like if you fuck up, you fucked up. Like
it's over.
It's permanent.
You're done
until next round. Yeah, like, and that's what's so good about the Friday the 13th game. And while I was playing, a couple people were like, yeah, Friday the 13th is dead. And I'm like, but it feels better. It feels like permanent. When you're playing and Jason is chasing you, you're not like, well, if he kills me, so what? Someone will bring me back. Like, there is none of that. Like, he gets you. He fucking gets you, man. Then you're going to wait 20 minutes. Unless you're a prick and you back out of the lobby like a jerk. But
oh, yeah. I remember us getting mean people comments from players. Are like, nah, man, you got no spawn killing. You can't kill me in the first 2-3 minutes of the game. They're like, I got that several times when I was like, well, then get the fuck out of Crystal Lake.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yeah, I'm not.
Here, your guy doesn't want to be here. And like, why are you surprised if you're in Crystal Lake? I'm coming for your ass. It's like a proctologist showing up to work. I'm looking at assholes all day.
Yeah, I mean, I hated that. There was a group of people who went through that, creating rules. Jason can't kill in the first 2 minutes. No, you can't trap the car. You can't trap the phone in the first 2 minutes. You can't do this. You can't do that. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. If I am Jason, you better move. I'm spawning in the lake. I'm scooting my ass straight up to you, and I'm killing you all. And half the time, I'm not grabbing you because you might have a pocket knife. So I'm gonna slash the shit out of you and let you run, and then hit you with a throwing knife, like, or steer you into some of my weird placed traps because I don't put traps where normal people do.
No, you don't. And I step in them fuckers every single time. And man, you are excellent when you do that shift where you come out of nowhere, swipe, and then you are fucking gone. Like I have the player get a shoo out of here.
Yeah, I'm hitting that part 6 Jason style.
Yeah,
I'm a teleport. I'm gonna teleport all over hell. Fuck you up. I am but I am not an expert gamer by any means. But when I play that game, I feel
an expert Jason.
Yeah, I am a franchise fan. So horror games only resonate with me when they have something that I can relate to, and that's the last year thing. It doesn't sit really well with me until they bring in more. They were talking about bringing in licensed killers, but even Dead by Daylight has like 3 or 4 licensed killers, and I can't touch the game. I just don't like it. So
I'm trying, folks, to get them into that more because I think I will get back into it more and have more fun with it if I get them into it. I bet.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't like the fact that you can't strike the killer. I know you can blind them with a flashlight. You can throw things in their way, but it's not the same for me because the role that I play in, which we talked about before, I'm a meat shield. So the role I play in real life and the role I play in video games is the guy who's going to stand between people I don't want to die and the killer.
You can still do that in Daylight. You can't fight.
Oh, I sure can. But I sure can be a meat shield, but I want to try to get a swing in. You know?
So it's all about the swing in. You just need the swing in. So
yeah, I need one of those.
On Dead by Daylight, you'd be sold.
Yeah, I need to be able to attempt to harm the killer. Like, I know that the deck is stacked against me, but I still need to be able to try to put my hands on that motherfucker. That's just, you know. But, yeah, anything else that you had thought of about the Elm Street game off the top of your head?
Well, I tried to think of maps, and I was like, oh, what music would I want to put in there from which movies for the radio besides Dawkins? I'd want Charles Bernstein to score the entire game, just like in the original film. Mm-hmm. What Freddy do you think you'd be using most?
Would I be using Part 4?
Part 4?
Hands down, Part 4. Mm-hmm. As long as they don't make him too weird looking. Like, I don't. That Part 4 look is my favorite.
If you get the F-13 guys on it, it will look perfect.
Yeah. They did a great job.
Too good on that.
And yeah, very faithful. Like as far as getting masks from the movies and like 3D scanning them, and then obviously having Kane do mocap and things like that. Like, could you just imagine? I mean, like, we got Robert Englund on that Goldberg show doing the Freddy thing. We could just imagine him mocapping Krueger, and then that lives on. You know, I mean, he's 70. Is he 70? He's gotta be.
He's right up. Yeah, I'd say he's about there.
So getting him to physically play Krueger in another film is not an easy task
No,
because
but
he could do it.
Works. You could easily sell it to him and be like, you don't do no makeup. Let's put these bullets all over you.
Yeah, dude, and slump the shoulder with the gunslinger, the wide-legged Cagney stance, and just
sideways walk and shit.
Yes, god damn, dude, and that's he could kill it, and then because no matter how old he gets, like his body language will always be Freddy.
Just like Kane's.
Yeah, exactly. It's synonymous with the role. Like obviously, you can't replace Krueger. We talked about that in our Elm Street 2 commentary.
Yep.
That guy was a fucking tool bag, squared up shoulders, walking. Yeah, like not gonna work.
What do you think of that
even
movie? The one that takes off chasing Tina. How are you with that guy playing Freddy? That brief second was like,
he runs like a fucking moron, but you know what?
We've never seen Robert run either, though.
Well, no, you're right. But seeing the first Elm Street so young, it sells you on it. You now that you're older, you go, man, that's clearly not Robert Englund. But 7-year-old me goes, holy fuck, he was at both ends of the hallway at one, or in the both ends of the alleyway at once, and yeah, he runs like a doof, but I'm still sold on it. It can be Robert Englund as far as I'm concerned. So,
not as that part 2 sequence, though.
No, that's terrible. That's atrocious.
How are you with the New Nightmare Freddy extras? That brief, like...
on the bridge?
Yeah.
I don't know. And I love...
No.
I love that movie, but... none of their eyes are blinking or anything. It's very obvious that they're all just big rubber masks. No one's like, no one's talking or anything. They all kind of have like one face, and it seems like they're all in one sweater. Like it seems like it's a big long sweater with a bunch of holes. I'd have to go and rewatch it.
Now.
But I remember it looking weird. When I was a kid. And I watch it frequently. It's probably the most watched Elm Street in my house. But it's probably been 3 months, 4 months since I've watched it. But I think I love the New Nightmare Krueger, dude. Leather pants and all. Fucking that he's scary as fuck in that movie.
Looking like the Undertaker in that coat and hat.
Mm-hmm. But there's just something about that movie, taking it way back and making it scary again, making everything subtle, and almost making you beg for Freddy to be on screen again. You're like, okay, because everyone is so used to Freddy from like 3 on being on screen like every 7 minutes. So by the time you get to Wes Craven's New Nightmare, you're going, all right, come on, give me the money shot. And you don't see him.
Remember that edit that we watched of that movie where it didn't have any Freddy in it?
Yeah, that one's really weird, but I like it. Like,
it wasn't bad, but it was definitely like, this is unique.
Yeah, like they really cut out a lot of stuff. I don't even... What was that called? Was that just like
Nightmare. Wes Craven's Dark Nightmare.
Dark Nightmare.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a strange edit of the movie.
I liked it.
Sort of like
that edit. The edit of that first movie we watched had all that extra footage that I'd never seen before in it. That was awesome.
Yeah, you made me a copy of that.
I did.
Or gave me a copy of that.
Yeah,
you gave me a copy of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah.
Even I had seen shit in there that I'd never seen before, and I've seen everything.
Yeah, and I have seen some shit
that turned me white. We were both like, I've never seen that shot before.
Yeah, there was a couple of times both of us looked at each other
That's definitely a movie we should have watched with Morgan like in the background, being like, "You guys notice like a 0.5 second difference in the film right there?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah, no shit. We notice everything.
like it's glaring at us, man. Like it's going, shining a light in your face.
Yep, yep.
That's
You
different."
tell the difference between film stock and everything. You're just like, nope, I've never seen that. Wait, what was that? Like,
Yep, yep.
or you could be like, I know where they like. That's from this special feature. They cut that out and put that in, or whatever. Like,
That's from the trailer that they use that you never see again.
yep.
You
We have a very.
rubber bag.
I feel like Liam Neeson, or like I have a very particular set of skills.
I can point at any Fred Krueger from any of the franchise films with just a small screen cap of a portion of his skin.
And that's saying some shit. We know some shit.
And I don't think that's that impressive. To me, that's not that impressive because that just seems like a crapshoot for us.
Yeah, it's very normal.
Mm-hmm. But to some people,
Yeah, it blows.
that's a feat of incredibility. Not
blows
us,
remix's mind.
That's for the birds. We can do that easy.
Yeah, all day, every day.
Ain't no challenge. Ain't no thing.
Some of the other stuff, now that we've kind of got out of the Elm Street talk, was one of the things, I don't know if I think I shared it, that on Shudder, they're doing a Creepshow series.
Yes, I have seen stuff about this. Yes, with Nick.
Yeah, helmed by Greg Nicotero.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me?
Mm-mm.
It cannot be bad by any means. It cannot be bad, dude. He's gonna direct some of the episodes.
Yeah, is he gonna split his time between that and The Walking Dead? Because he's still a big guy in that, the big head honcho in that series still too, isn't he?
Yeah, but what does that tell you about The Walking Dead? Does that tell you that the fan base is dwindled enough that Greg Nicotero can
He sees the writing on the wall.
put his talent elsewhere because it's about time to hop on another long-running show? What do you think?
This is my last season of The Dead. I'm gonna call it a day here on this season.
I'm like 3 seasons behind, dude. So I
Any of this
bailed.
season period.
Yeah, I bailed.
My last.
And I'm not a Walking Dead hater by any means. I just I
Series
didn't
are
have
tough to
cable.
follow, man. We're tough to get into them and stay with.
Well, I bailed on cable, so I was,
Yeah, that shit.
I was having to buy each episode like a week later or a day later or whatever on my Roku box.
Yeah.
And then after a while, you're like, I don't. My bank account don't have $4 in it, so I'm not gonna buy this episode. I'll wait till payday. Well, then by payday, you're 2 episodes behind. So you're like, fuck, man, that's $9. Maybe not this week, So then you're 3 episodes behind. You just, and that's what happened. And I just never picked the ball up again.
I'll get there at some point and finish it. Be done with it. But Creepshow, that's gonna be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool time for episodic horror because we're gonna get that new Twilight Zone. We're gonna have the new, and then that's what's awesome about that is always an episode can be a total stinker. An episode can be like, that wasn't that good, but next week you might get one that's super fucking rad. So it makes you feel like a kid again, like because it's all new and you're
hooked.
And it doesn't follow a narrative. So it's not like Walking Dead where like, man, we're 3 seasons in and I'm fucking sick of these people at the prison or what the fuck ever.
Like after 3 seasons there, man.
Yep. So I mean, each episode is its own thing. And so
standalones are excellent series for me.
Yep, because then there is no
continuation. I
don't have to store all this shit up in my brain. I can just be like, man, that one episode with fucking Ted Danson was dope, or whatever. Like, so Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it.
I would flip
Um,
Ted Danson back for an episode.
dude, they're going to. I mean, come on. We're gonna get Ted Danson. We're gonna get Adrian
There's
Barbeau. The shit is gonna hit the fan
it's
with Creepshow. Um, Another thing that is actually pretty dope that I don't think I've even talked to you about it. Have you seen the stuff about the George Romero film that was
amusing film
completed?
that they're trying to get going. That is like a lost
Yeah,
film. Yeah,
yeah. This it's called Amusement Park,
yeah.
and I'm gonna put the link in the description because there's like a George Romero something foundation. I don't want to butcher the title. I didn't write it down, but there's a George Romero Film Foundation type of website where you can go and you can donate as little as $5 to assist with the restoration of this movie that he did. It's called Amusement Park. He filmed it. He completed it, but for whatever reason,
Didn't put it out.
it got shelved or set back, and he just never released it. Well, now that he's passed on, his wife has found this footage, and some of George's friends and family, they said, well, look, to honor him, put this out. But it
Yeah.
obviously is old film stock. It needs to be restored. It needs to be cleaned up, and the audio needs some sprucing up, and obviously there's distribution stuff and artwork and all the bullshit that goes on long after a movie's made. And I just think like what a cool way to let him live on, and something like that none of us have seen. So it's
I think it'd be a good farewell as well. Like
you know
one last,
yeah,
more run.
yeah, and it's like emotional, like like I don't know, yeah, I just think like, dude, he's so important to the genre. He's so, I mean, what's $5? What is $5?
Starbucks drink. That is.
Yeah, throw in $5 and then put this movie out, and introduce something that he put all that time and effort in, and give it back to his fans. And what a cool way to be like a fan, like a real legit fan of George Romero, and assist in his legacy. I just think that's so cool.
Shit, yeah. Shit, speaking of assisting, I don't know if the thing is still going on, but Atomic Cotton has they've hit a bit of a rough time this past month with half of their two-person operation having some real heavy medical problems come up that they had to deal with suddenly, and they had a I don't know if it was a GoFundMe or a crowd, like they essentially had a crowdfunding thing to help them kind of get over the slump of this shit card that was dealt to them. And I know a lot of people, including Crypticon, had shared the page, and they had raised a good chunk of coin. I don't know if they still have it going on. I'm assuming they do.
Yeah.
We threw a little bit of coin, what we could at them, but that's something you could throw in there too in your links is for them, because gosh, if any like local people we know that could definitely use that as well, it's definitely those two, because geez, that's our entire wardrobe to a degree.
Right. I will put that link in the description for the people who watch this who don't know who or what Atomic Cotton is. I believe it is www.atomiccotton.com. They are a Kansas City-based T-shirt and sticker
Company.
designers, company, and it's horror and pop culture based, very bright, vibrant, fun, very 80s poppy,
non-fading,
gorgeous.
Those colors
Yeah.
will never run, no matter how much you put them fuckers through the wash.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous artwork. It's the material is fantastic. These guys are great. They do the circuit, the convention circuit. They're all over the place.
You see their
And
shit where when you're at a convention, you'll see it everywhere.
You do. They have licensed Kane Hodder shirts. They have a John Dugan who was Grandpa in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they were doing a fundraiser selling shirts for him because he fell on some rough times.
Yeah.
They have licensed Gunnar Hansen shirts. They're the ones who make the Hot Rod shirts for Roddy Piper. Those are all licensed Roddy Piper shirts.
Yeah.
They're a great duo of amazing, super nice people who respect the genre, love the genre. You know, they're fucking metal, they're into wrestling, they're into fucking just all the stuff that we're into, that we love. And like Evil was saying, they pretty much the majority of our wardrobe comes from Atomic Cotton.
I will not go a time without seeing him and not buy another shirt from him.
Right. Every single time. Every time you cross paths. They always have something new, you know, whatever it is.
Sometimes 2 or 3 things new, and they piss me off because I don't have enough money to get a shirt, and there's like 3 shirts. I'm like, well, I need all of these shirts.
So I will put the link in the description, and everything helps, you know. Even $1, $2, whatever, really helps these independent artists pay their bills and you know, take care of medical things, because when you are a small business owner and you do not
with that unexpected medical stuff, it can take a fucking hit on you.
Yeah,
especially you because job like we do, it can take a fucking hit on you.
Yep, because insurance is a motherfucker, and you know, it's just important to give back to the horror genre, and that's one of the things that Evil and I are very passionate about.
When one of us is weak, or one of us is having a hard spot, we fucking jump together and get that person back to where they were. We are definitely we're a spread out family, but we are there when any of us needs the rest of us. If we can give you a hand, we got both of them there ready for you. Like, come on, let's get you.
Yeah. So if you feel so inclined, I will put their webpage. I'll put any information that I can in the description, and
donate to them. Buy their shirts, because they are the raddest fucking shirts you will ever find. And I get more compliments on those things than I do most of my fucking tattoo work does anymore.
True story. Every time we go to a convention,
should I wear work under my work shirts? I get people at work going,
aliens, nice. So another film that just appeared to me out of nowhere. I don't know if you've heard anything about this. The Amityville Murders. So here we go with another Amityville film. Yeah, drops. It drops on February 8th.
The movie
it's a movie, and it's about the DeFeo murders. It's not about the Lutzes. It's not about anybody after. It's like a prequel to what made Ronnie DeFeo. Yeah, right. It's The Possession with fucking Burt Young.
You bully.
You bully. I don't sweat you. You fucking Richard Ramirez looking greasy fuck.
I don't need a watch.
A lousy X-Lax watch.
You punch pretty good for an older guy. Oh yeah, superb.
Do you have a reservation? Do I look like a freaking Indian?
But yeah, so this is a new Amityville film that is about the DeFeo murders, and I had no idea. So I don't know what's the push like. If obviously it drops February 8th, and I didn't know about it. I haven't even seen a trailer. I just happened to read an article, and I thought, that's something I could bring up, and we could, the Amityville franchise, I don't know where the actual franchise stops, somewhere around Dollhouse, which would have been like 6 or 7, Amityville 6 or 7, but there's like 30 Amityville movies.
Yeah, it's worse than the Hellraiser series.
It's but because you can't copyright a town name, so so there's like Amityville Theater and like Amityville fucking whatever, just Amityville everything, Amityville the post office probably, like they're fucking everywhere.
Amityville Hair Care and Tire Salon.
Yeah. it's that is not far from the truth. There's so many of them, and it's really tough to figure out which ones are good. And I'll answer that. Not very many of them, but
no, maybe 3. Maybe
yeah, there's a handful of them that are even worth paying attention to. And the only other thing that I wrote down, because I did not do a trailer reaction for it because it's not necessarily in my wheelhouse, is the new Hellboy trailer.
I watched it.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. And I don't.
My only complaint in one spot, I think the hair looks weird and fake. Like is
that when he's like
hair? I'm like, I don't like his hair being. I mean, it looks weird and long in one point. And other than that,
yeah, he's like got his arms out. He's like sitting in like a hot tub type of deal. His hair looks funny.
Shot like this.
Oh,
the side shot. And I'm like, that hair looks weird right there. Like, it's fine. I don't know why Ron Perlman was not picked to do this. I still see it in him. It fucks me up not hearing him.
Yeah, well, it's that dude.
But
that is from Stranger Things. Yeah, he's all right.
I'm fine. I enjoy Hellboy. It's in my wheelhouse. It's
in my like watch wheelhouse, but it's not necessarily in the content. I don't know, for this channel. It's not necessarily horror. It does have monsters. It's close.
Yeah.
But and I mean, I could have done a trailer reaction, and but I don't know the comic book necessarily, and I'm not like a great big fan. I'm not a great big fan of the other 2 movies. I mean, they're fun.
I love the first movie. That first movie is so good. The Golden Army, I'm not huge on, but I love that first movie. That one's excellent. Doug Jones is in it. Oh,
yeah, he's the man. I couldn't tell you anything really that happens in the first one. I've maybe seen it twice, but
it's another story in there that definitely hits home for me a whole lot. And I love the first movie. It's a lot of fun for me. I enjoy it. And I love Ron Perlman.
Oh yeah, who doesn't? He's the man. And he's like a quintessential badass.
Yes,
so it's great.
Cigar as always.
I don't have any more notes, but I was going to ask you, did you get a chance to look at those behind the scenes photos from the new Critters movie? The new batch or the next batch?
A few of them.
They look good.
The Critters
look really good. I'm fucking surprised. Like,
and they're real. You can touch them. They're tangible.
Yeah, they look like they were designed with love. They look like they have fucking hand punched hair.
Yeah,
like they look like real fucking critters. Like I don't know. I was really expecting like them to be. I don't know. I was just really expecting them to be CGI shit. I was expecting them to be shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I was smiling at work. Like I saw them and I went, yes, that's this. Hey, and I don't smile very often, but I was like, I'm fucking yeah, not at work, but I'm fucking thrilled, dude. God, it's got to be good.
I have a good vibe about it. It's going to be that one's going to be
very
gonna feel.
Yeah,
the way we.
And I think I just God, I'm ready for it, and it's coming out next. Is it coming out? January? I think January, I believe.
Same as Halloween, man. January 15th, Halloween.
Yeah, I should have pre-ordered that. I have a pre-order up on
I won't.
3bproductionco.com.
I'm gonna just pick it up that day.
Mm-hmm.
Release date. I'm gonna just pick it up.
I just take the day off work.
Take the team off. Go
get it. Go get it at like Monday at midnight.
Yeah. I'll take the day. I don't know if I won't take the day off, but I'll definitely pick it up after work that Tuesday for sure. I'll get yelled home for spending money I don't have on something I don't need, but
we do need it though.
It's like, yeah, I know we need it. They don't.
That's how it works. So
my question, since
all right, what do you got?
the guy I've been pushing, have you watched the Predator Christmas special yet?
I have not yet. I haven't yet because I wasn't able to give it my. I wasn't able to give it my full attention because I was filming some other stuff earlier and getting things ready.
You should. You should cut that into right here on the show. That 2.5 minute bit for that thing, and I definitely want your reaction on that.
All right, so we'll just do that. Let's drop the Predator
Christmas special
right now.
Are you ready for the most merry mission of the year, Blitzen? What the?
Sprinkles, get down!
Oh. Sprinkles for Prancer! Sprinkles for Prancer! Blitzen's down! I need help! No! 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 Santa! Santa!
Sprinkles' call came in from up ahead. Follow me. Prancer, now! Looks like someone's staying on the naughty list. Larry, light him up! Ho, 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 you ugly mother. Larry, you son of a bitch! Sprinkles, you're bleeding.
I ain't got time to bleed. Happy holidays, you filthy animals.
Ho, ho, holy sh...
And we're back.
We are back. It's essentially it's a plug for the release of the new movie, but it's oh my gosh, it is so fucking funny. There's his reaction right there to it.
No. I'm running on fumes. It's been a long day, but Christmas vacation has officially started for me. So now it's time to put in work for the channel.
The real fun job begins now.
Yep. So, for any of you that are watching, I'm doing this in my spare time, and eventually it will be full time.
Did we ever get any comments from the Stuff podcast yet, or the VCast, for things we should eat?
At the time of this, no.
No.
But at the time of recording this, no. So I don't know.
Plenty of ideas on backlog, so I was just curious if we had any come in yet, because I have not looked to see if we had any suggestions from our way.
Not yet, but I'm curious as to see if we can get a little dialogue going with this episode, with the Elm Street game topic and just see see what other people think, because
Comment from Slash and
Man.
Cast. You stole our
yeah,
fuckers.
I didn't steal nothing. This is
Get
mine.
them now.
And we can fight if you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna fight nobody because I love Slash and Cast with all of my heart.
Yes.
We do, very much so. For real. No
Yeah.
bullshit involved. We genuine fans. So
In fact, I'm jealous of their days when they're playing Friday the 13th and fundraising at the same time.
yep, that will eventually happen. We're gonna try last year tomorrow and do the fundraising. Give it a go. Tomorrow morning we're gonna go live. So when you wake up, if you I might text you if we're playing live. And then you can watch on YouTube's.
$10 raised, you gotta do an Arnold accent the entire rest of the game.
No problem.
No breaks.
Okay. I am not scared.
You need some. You need to be by a radio or something, man. Your sleep
No
will be
shit.
going down.
Yeah, well, dude, I got up crazy early and had the work deal, but lucky for me, I have this smoke dope, have premarital sex, and get slaughtered koozie with my drink, which you could pick up from us. I don't know how- which you could get from us because we sell them.
We do. We have a ton of koozies on hand and masks still on hand. And you'll have to crank out, since we got Kane potentially coming back to Crypticon. We're gonna need some Part 7s ready to go, because
Lots.
Kane's gonna be signing some of them motherfuckers for people. I am sure of that.
Yes. So yeah, I'll bang out a bunch of Part 7s, deluxe Part 7s
Ooh shit.
for sure.
Yeah,
Bunch of them.
that 7's gonna go.
Fast. So
So we'll just charge a lot for it. So
yeah, no doubt. So I don't really have anything else this week. I don't know if you have any other
no,
insight.
no,
No, can't think of anything
nope.
off the top of the
Fuck
noggin.
game.
Prop game. All right. A couple rounds of prop game. For those who have not seen how we do prop game, what we do is we discuss a film, and then we pick any prop from said film
You
that
want to take home and put in your
you
collection.
could take home. But the key is for it not to be obvious. So if we were to say
Back to the
Nightmare on Elm Street, okay, Back to the Future, you would not say
DeLorean.
because fucking everybody would say that. So the key is to say something weird and something fun from
Something
the
you
movie.
want to actually take home.
Right. So, are you gonna give me a movie first? Is that what you're gonna do?
Sure, I'll give you a movie. Since you already have something from Dream Warriors, I will say from the Dream Child.
From Dream Child.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a no-brainer for me. I want Mark's comic book.
Nightmares from Hell.
Yep. Straight up, I want Nightmares from Hell to hang on the wall. Or Greta's postcard. Wait. Yeah. Yep.
See you in Hell, bitch.
Yep.
Or what does it say on the fridge? Fuck. I know it's a bitch.
Yeah, of course it's a bitch.
It's a bitch.
And now we can't think of it because we're on the spot. Like,
Ken Sagos moment. We're having a Ken Sagos
Yeah.
moment.
yep.
Damn it.
All right. Let me think of a movie for you. Hey. RoboCop.
Hmm.
Uh-oh.
The grenade pin that Clarence Boddicker pulls out with his tongue. Slimy son of a bitch.
Gross.
Bitches leave.
Bitches leave. And you could wear it as a ring.
I would. I work for Dick Jones.
Dick Jones.
Mhm.
Nice. So, if anyone watched this far, and yeah, I know we've asked about comments and theories about the Elm Street game, but that's another thing we do is the prop game. So, if you want to know if you have a movie that you would like to ask us what we would take from that movie, leave a comment, and we'll answer you back with something ridiculous from whatever movie, if it's in our wheelhouse, which I'm sure it probably is. I don't know.
I'm gonna do another one.
All right, what do you got?
What do I got? What
Can you describe the ruckus, sir?
Aliens.
Aliens.
Caramba.
Yeah, let me think. That's a goodie.
Yeah.
There's so many things. There's so many things in that movie that are fucking awesome. Since I'm a hat guy,
The meter thing.
no, I think since I'm a hat guy, I would just want Sergeant Apone's baseball hat. Look into my eye. I don't know what it says. Something fucking, Marine Corps, something or other. It'd be rad. Put a bunch of hey, this floor's freezing. You want me to fetch your slippers for you?
Get.
Look into my eye. It's probably still my favorite. That's my favorite in that whole movie. So now you want me to do one for you?
Yeah,
right. I'm gonna give you a weird one. I'm gonna give you a strange one. A strange movie.
I like strange and unusual.
Let's see. Disturbing behavior. Yeah, got your ass.
William Sadler's rat deterrent box thing.
Yeah. Or what the fuck ever noise it makes. That's awesome.
I can't think of the book he has in his back pocket.
Yeah, I'm on the spot. Shit. I can't remember.
It's right there, man. I know it.
Pull up the lifeline.
I can't. Lifeline.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
Damn it. That book or two. Yeah, that might be my second option there. Not
Okay.
that detector, that book he has in his back pocket.
Nice. All right. So we did a couple rounds of the prop game. We talked in depth about what we would do for the Elm Street game, and I'm sure there will be another episode on the Elm Street game. I'm sure we'll come up with some more ideas,
Sure, yeah.
and
Yeah.
because we have nothing better to do with our time than to.
Speaking of which, do you have another brain buster for me on a month and year in pro wrestling?
February '97.
In Your House Final Four, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Forfeited championship by Shawn Michaels. Vader Austin. Vader Austin, Brent and Taker. In Your House
Let's
Final
see.
Brett wins the championship that night.
I don't know where to go to look that up. What did you say it was called? In Your House '97.
In Your House Final Four. That should do it.
What was the date? What was the date? You said
February, I want to say 17th. Am I off?
16th.
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 Motherfucker. Off a day. Yes.
And you said it took place where?
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
You motherfucker. All right. And okay, what was the match? The main event?
Vader, Taker, Austin, and Brett.
Yep. You fuck. You fuck. I don't know. My webcam cannot pick that up.
There it is.
And my phone is broken. My phone is broken. Pay no
You can see it
attention to
now.
my phone.
Yep. Brett wins his 5th championship that night. Or 4.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? I love it. I absolutely love it. That's the nerdism that we roll with.
Yep.
And I could not be more proud to be a nerd and to be associated with the king of wrestling. I could not be. Motherfucker. And on that note, we can call this a successful episode. And we will be back next week to discuss more ridiculous horror shit. And because, well, I suppose we should probably get going. Because, after all, there's a lot of movies out there. And somebody's got to watch them. So why not us? Right? Hey. Hey. Peace.